top, looking like special ed. Clean fade on the side, bumping that red head. Clean tags when I ride, ducking the feds. East Coast, they get that bread. You you end up dead. Them West Coast, they leave that spray. And now you got calling your dread head.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict.
Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today, it's Week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the New Orleans Saints and the Carolina Panthers. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play.
And that's how you get started and open up a game. Really well-blocked play. Picked up a nice chunk of yardage. If you're the offensive line, that's exactly what you've talked about all week long in your meetings. Establish the line of scrimmage and take control. And they gave their running back plenty of room to rumble.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Well, this defense for the Panthers much improved from Week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Kamara. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now a first down carry, it's Kamara. Oh, he's hit, he lost the football, put it on the carpet, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
This is really, really difficult for teams to coach because you love the extra effort, right? When you break a couple of tackles, I mean, he was really trying to gain the extra yardage, but you also have to have an idea that people are going to come up behind you from the side, trying to take care of the ball while you're trying to get extra effort. Sometimes you have to know when to say when and maybe just go down.
The play over before it really got started thanks to Pete Werner. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
Now on 2nd and 13. Darnold checks this down to Hubbard. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Kentavious Street. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Landry now on the return. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Well, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
On second down, Kamara. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Dalton, first and 10. He'll find its tight end. It's Adam Troutman. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
On first and 10, here's Andy Dalton. And that one complete downfield to Johnson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards on the play.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Dalton's throw taken in by Landry. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Andy Dalton. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, to me, there was no question about the intent there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty flag didn't come out for grounding. But they'll get away with it and get another shot on third down.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on third. Dalton. Oh, the slant complete to Michael Thomas. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up fourth down. Here we go with Kamara. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. No score after one on EA Sports. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shot of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
On second down, here's a run with Hubbard. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now it's Darnold. Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And some room to work. Touchdown, Carolina. Kadarius Toney, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Panthers post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded right at the goal line. And they will be backed up deep. Trouble here as they're going to start this drive at the 6. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
To throw again on 2nd down. Dalton. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They snapped the ball backed up inside the 10. Now they're backed up even further, and they can thank their coverage for that. They called the zone, and they were aggressive enough to deny an early window, and that gave their rushers a chance to get to the pocket.
Dalton on play action. He finds his man Johnson. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's a much-needed completion right there on 3rd down. Really a sigh of relief, isn't it? They're backed up deep. You know they don't want to give the ball back to the other guys in great field position. They needed that throw, that completion, that first down.
Taken down. Back at his own 7. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage. It looks like, yes, it is 6 defensive backs on the field for Carolina.
They're going with a dime set. Here's Dalton. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Throwing, Dalton. Again, he's got that man Landry. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down. Play action here with Dalton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Brandon Smith picks it up. And the Panthers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
They'll run on first down with Hubbard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And we often talk about defensive ends setting the edge, sometimes even the outside linebackers. But how about here? This is a cornerback essentially setting the edge and finishing off that play for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield. A combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hubbard. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Darnold. Throw left side complete. That's Marshall. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that will bring up 3rd and 1. They'll come out in the pistol. Toward the pylon, caught. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
Well, you have to be aware defensively that you've got 2 goals because obviously you're trying to prevent the touchdown, but you're also trying to keep it from getting a 1st down as well. That time they weren't up to the task, and it's 1st and goal.
Darnold. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Kadarius Toney as the first half is winding down. And the Panthers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it's now 14-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Dalton sets up play action. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. Taken in at the 3. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Throwing on second and long. Darnold. He gets this one to Hubbard, complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now Darnold. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Throwing again on second and 10. Darnold got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Panthers are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Saints are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? And he'll just get rid of it.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing, because he just about threw that one into the first row.
Passing again. Dalton on second and 10. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Johnson. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with third and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. A 10th carry for Kamara. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Dalton now to pass. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. Now Dalton. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Second and 10 now, third quarter from Charlotte. Here's Dalton. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And Dalton to throw. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 32-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
That is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. That one on the guard, Cesar Ruiz. They're backed up here with a first and 20 now after the holding penalty. To throw here, Dalton. Pass complete. Finds Thomas going across the middle. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a second down here.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. From the 5 now, second and a yard. A give to Kamara running right. And he is out of bounds here. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to first and goal. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose...
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara. His first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Saints are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalpost.
He's got a man, complete. And did he get in? No. They'll mark him out at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 89 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Darnold a sneak, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Sam Darnold, his third touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Panthers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. The Saints on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Passing, it's Dalton. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Well, just to add that to the list of great moments for this defense today, they've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about him culminating with a pick 6?
Taken at the goal line. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. 25. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Dalton, 1st and 10. Throws right side, and that's complete. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 31. And again, Andy Dalton to throw. Slant pass complete to Olave. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Dalton. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Dalton's throw complete there to Johnson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up the 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And Xavier Woods with a pick. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, and the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he can do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Taken down by Pete Werner.
Some teams like to start aggressive to begin a drive, but this is still what you expect to see in normal situations. Just call a simple run, get a few yards to begin the series, and set yourself up for something bigger on 2nd down.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Now Foreman. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. Third and long. On the handoff, running left is Hubbard. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. Fourth down now.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the fourth quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Andy Dalton. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And the Panthers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Right back to Hubbard. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run the jet sweep now for Tony. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Here's Foreman. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple. Although I set you up by saying game balls plural, but I
like where we're going with this. You say one to represent like the best player of all of that, and I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody. So for Carolina, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Arizona Cardinals next week. Meanwhile, for the Saints, the early struggles continue as they'll sink to 0-3. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings.
My God, oh God, this is Son of God level. The sun, the sky, you can see the vibe. We ride the high, always on a high level. So open up your eyes better. Why these tell me? You can join the journey, you is worthy. Just allow me, no. Kicking down your door. Bloodsuckers, I see this industry is filled with sheep. People that pretend to be something that they would never be. Oh my, I just need some little old peace of mind. The sons of kings, the bulls, the gods. The moon, the light, the fools, the facts. My God, oh God, this is Son of God level. The sun, the sky, you can see the vibe. We ride the high, always on a high level. So open up your eyes, baby. I can never be controlled. Let them know. 500 helicopters driving me gonzo. But they want you just to envy. Let them see it. I'm the first to say it, now it's time you just believe it. I got too many fakes, made lots of foes. These people cold. Talk down your dreams because they know they can't come close. Don't shake no hands, they'll steal your friends. I walk alone. I see false idols, all the titles you need to grow. Have you lost your mind? But I ain't like the others no more. God, I'm learning lessons as I go. You're only wasting time. Tell the devil there's a door. Praying God is only trying to test me for the glory.